My name is Jared Fowler. I'm 36 years old. I currently live in the Orange County zone district.
Right.
I've been in the Central Florida area for about the last 18 years. And now this is one of the first times that I've ever had an interaction with a law enforcement officer outside of a traffic stop. I've never been accused of something to this magnitude, and definitely think people need to hear this story, and they need to be aware of what the situational errors could be for them, as well as the law enforcement, what they could have done properly versus what they did prior to making the arrest.
What happened to you?
I was illegally arrested off of just the fabrication or the lie from one of my neighbors, and then that caused the Orange County Sheriff to get called to the scene, and they made an arrest off of just pretense of listening to just one side of the story.
When you answered your door, did you know there was a cop at your door?
Yes, I have a home surveillance video, so I was laying down taking a nap, and I was able to see through that had an Orange County Sheriff at my residence.
So you didn't think this had anything to do with you, did you?
No, not at all. I thought because of the neighborhood that I live in, there's a lot of crime, a lot of poverty. I thought maybe something happened on my road or my street, and they were just trying to get witnesses or testimony from somebody about what maybe have happened. That was under the impression that I was at.
It turned, though. The conversation turned. Tell me about that.
Completely. From within 5 to 10 seconds of him just even introducing himself and stating why he was there, he immediately accused me of two heinous crimes that I've never committed in a day in my life, nor would I think to fathom of even trying to commit.
So, how'd you feel?
Overwhelmed, extremely confused.
So you weren't arrested at that time?
Not at that in particular moment.
So
about an hour and a half later.
So what happened an hour and a half later?
As soon as he left, I immediately called Orange County to make a complaint.
Then you got another knock at the door?
No, I left and went to the store to acquire diapers for my child. And I took about a maybe 25-minute round trip from house to store. And by the time I got back onto property where I live at, I had noticed there was about in between 8 to 10 Orange County Sheriff deputies that were on scene. I immediately pulled over to what's called guest parking because I did call for them, so I was under the impression and assumption that at least they were there for a portion of why I called.
So within a matter of minutes, what happened?
Within a matter of, I say, 3 minutes, I was questioned thoroughly about the alleged crimes that I had supposedly committed.
Paint the picture for us.
I was sitting on the back of my trunk of my car because I had asked one of the deputies to not approach my vehicle nor look inside or search it because they were doing so illegally. And I had another deputy get directly behind me. And on body camera, you'll see that I've asked both of them to back away from me and give me my space, because at that point I was being what was considered detained, but nobody could or would tell me under what pretense or what under criminal law procedure of why I was being detained.
When you were facing these cops, what happened next?
It turned from thinking that they were potentially there for me, even had one of the deputies telling me that he was there for me, but just through body language and emotion, I realized there was something more to it than what they were leading on to. And they turned it from, we're here to help you, to get down off your trunk, you're being arrested for a crime that I never committed. And they wouldn't tell me until I was actually placed in the handcuffs why they were actually arresting me.
How'd you go about fixing the problem?
Well, I was illegally incarcerated, and while I was in detention, I had contacted my wife and had her do research and find through Google, through word of mouth, through commercials, the best defense attorney that was in our area so that she could speak with them immediately and give my side of the story so that we could retain an attorney to start fighting for my defense.
Who did you pick?
I've contacted Young B. Kim. He is an amazing attorney, and he's done everything that he can do in his power, and he's gone nothing but above and beyond to make sure that my justice was served properly and my freedom was given back to me as well as my family.
How did the case end up?
Amazing. He was able to get me vindicated without even having to go to trial.
What did you stand to lose if you were convicted?
A lot. I was facing at least 15 years in prison. I was definitely going to lose family moments. I was never going to probably be able to see my child go through kindergarten to graduation. Potentially, I was going to be under the court's ruling for another 10 years potentially of probation after a jail sentence. So I'm 36 now, and I was looking to potentially be being released from Orange County's hold until close to almost 70 years of age if it got sentenced to the maximum of everything that it could, as well as fines that could have accrued on top of those. How did you act when you found out that I wasn't going to jail?
I was happy, smiling, and not accused of my dad being in jail. And Yud Kim made my life better for me and my dad. And now I get to spend time with my father every day now. And bye. Peace out, Leo.
It's the guy that saved my life and has given me my freedom back, definitely. Young Kim, amazing attorney, got on it right away, didn't hesitate, came to see me in jail the next day, and I've been nothing but grateful for him. I even bring him sandwiches sometimes.